Previously on the Blair Radio Project.
I never got cake.
I didn't say anything about cake.
Where is my cake?
I'm not sending you cake.
Wait, we were supposed to get cakes?
No,
I didn't get one.
because I didn't send one out. You're taking me to court?
Yep,
Why?
because you didn't send me that cake. Told you I was going to talk to my lawyer.
Warning. The following show may decrease your intelligence. Changing the channel is advised.
Zero variety. Less music. More talking. Weird noises. The show your parents warned you about. This is the Blair Radio Project.
And now for the news with Kenneth, your number one source of trusted news. Captain Kenneth.
Hello, I'm Kenneth, and this is the news. At this hour, we are continuing our coverage of the Billy vs. Blair trial that is due to start at any moment. Oh, it appears the judge is now entering the courtroom, so let's listen in.
All rise. Department 1 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Jeff presiding. Please be seated.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of Billy Bartholomew Bragg against Blair Rebecca Gavine. Are both sides ready? Ready for Billy, Your Honor. And the defense?
We are not yet ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Why not?
Blair is not yet here.
Where is he?
He's on the way. He's just running a little late.
Objection, Your Honor. The defendant does not run.
Overruled.
Sorry I'm late. Sorry. Had some chicken Alfredo last night, and that did not agree with me. We were arguing for hours, if you know what I mean.
Blair, if you're late again, I will add contempt of court to the charges against you.
Well, I'm not gonna be late again, because I'm already here. I can't be late twice.
Do I make myself clear?
No, I don't even know what that means.
If you continue to be disrespectful in the court, I will add an extra charge against you.
That sounds like a power trip, but it's not really explaining it to me. It's just repeating what you've already said.
Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
Shut up.
Okay.
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand?
I don't have a right hand.
Do you have a left one?
Yes,
Then raise that one.
but you said raise the right hand.
It doesn't really matter. Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the case before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court, so help you God? Please say, I do.
I do.
I don't.
Why not?
I don't have a right hand to raise. I lost my right hand in a freak cheese board accident.
I already told you that you can just raise your right, I mean
But I
your
don't
left.
have a right hand.
I know, I meant to say your left. You could just raise your left hand.
But won't God mind?
What do you mean?
Well, you said we have to raise our right hand and swear to God. I assume there's a reason. It has to be the right hand, or else you would have said, raise either hand.
Yeah, what's so special about the right hand? Does God hate left-handed people or something?
Maybe he hates them, unless they don't have a right hand. Order in the court is of course he hates them. Now look, none of this hand stuff really matters, or means anything. It's just something someone made up years ago to try to scare people into not lying. Just raise your right nub so we can move on, please. Oh, okay.
So let's try this again. Do each of you swear that you will fairly try... Sorry, the words are a little small here. Do each of you swear that you will fairly try this case before the court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court, so help you God?
Yes,
Please say I do.
I do.
You may be seated.
This is Kenneth coming back in. As you can hear, the trial is still just getting started, so we're going to have a quick music break. We'll be right back with more coverage of the Billy vs. Blair trial. Please stay tuned.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project.
Hello, and welcome back. Billy's attorney is about to make their opening statement, which will be followed by Blair's defense statement. Billy is being represented by Alan der Schmosh Schmitz, and on the defense, Blair will be represented by Thomas Bangalter of Daft Punk. Let's listen in. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, The defendant has been charged with the crime of not providing cake to his employers.
Objection, Your Honor. I do not employ anyone.
You can't object to an opening statement, you idiot.
Actually, he can. Sustained. Really? That was our whole case. Alright. The defendant has been charged with the crime of not providing cake to his co-workers.
It's not my job to feed people cake.
Order in the court. Let him finish. You'll have your turn. Thank you, Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence I present will prove that Blair consumed vast amounts of cake without providing so much as a crumb to my client. Thank you.
And the defense?
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. During the trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client. You will come to know the truth. Though Blair may be a gluttonous pig,
Hey!
he did not eat cake when others did not eat cake, nor is he responsible for feeding the co-workers cake. Also, if you find him not guilty, I will upload an unreleased Daft Punk song on YouTube.
From which era?
Human after all. That is all.
Hello, this is Kenneth, reporting live from the courthouse. You've just heard the opening statements from both parties, and soon they'll be calling witnesses to the stand. We'll be right back after a quick music break, as well as a quick word from some of today's sponsors. Thank you.
More commercials, fewer songs. You're listening to the Blair Radio Project.
Today's trial is brought to you by Bucket Faye. Want to shove endless amounts of food into your fat face?
Yeah.
Then waddle on down to Bucket Faye, the hip new restaurant that lets you eat from buckets instead of plates. Now you too can eat like a human horse. Bucket Faye, come stuff your face today. The prosecution may call its first witness. Your Honor, I would like to call upon Billy, please. Go ahead.
Come with me to the stand, please.
Okay.
Please have a seat.
It swivels.
Please stand.
But I just sat down.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony that you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do you want me to say yes or I do?
Either will do.
How come? The jury had to say I do, but I get the option of what to say.
Just say yes, please.
Yes, please?
Just say yes.
Yes, I do.
You may be seated.
Please state your first and last name.
My name is Billy Bartholomew Bragg.
Objection, Your Honor.
To his name, overruled.
My name is Billy Bartholomew Bragg.
How old are you?
I'm 9.
And how do you know the defendant?
We work together.
And what exactly is it that you do?
I co-host a Blair.
Objection! He is not a co-host. He's a sound engineer on the show. He's nothing more than a hired hand. Not a very good one, I might add. Quite expendable, really.
Sustained. Unfortunately, I've listened to the show and all parties are pretty useless.
Ha!
Fine. Okay. I am the sound engineer for the Blair Radio Project. I thought you knew all this already.
I do. I'm asking you for the jury.
Ah.
What is your role as the sound engineer?
I push buttons.
Buttons?
Buttons.
Buttons.
Button.
Buttons?
Buttons.
Are you trying to say buttons?
Yeah, buttons.
I see. How often does Blair push buttons?
Not very often at all.
Would you say that you work hard pressing buttons?
Yes, I work my fingers to the bone at that job.
Objection. He still has skin on his fingers.
Sustained. Do you get paid for the work that you do on the show?
Lol, no.
Objection. He gets paid in candy.
Overruled.
Do you get paid in candy?
Sometimes. If Blair has some candy that he's not gonna eat, he'll usually put it in the trash and usually get out of there.
And why do you believe Blair owes you cake?
Well, he was gonna pay Arthur cake, so if he gets cake for the little work that he does, I should get cake too.
Who is Arthur?
He's some old man that's basically half dead. We have him on the show once in a while.
And how do you know Arthur gets paid in cake?
He said he does.
Objection. Arthur says a lot of things. He once told me the color green isn't real.
Overruled.
So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for you to get cake as a payment.
I've never gotten cake. Mostly just candy. But cake would be welcome.
Thank you. That's all for now, Judge. Billy, you may be seated.
But I'm already sitting.
At your desk, Billy.
Oh.
This is Kenneth reporting in, live from the courtroom. Things are off to a bit of a rocky start, but I'm sure things will smooth out shortly. We're going to take another quick music break, but we will soon continue our coverage of the Billy versus Blair trial. Thank you.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project.
It's the hottest toy everyone's talking about.
It's Question Cube. The cube that can answer any question.
Did the Egyptians eat cheese?
Yes.
Was Saddam Hussein ticklish?
Yes.
Does Germany really exist?
No.
Wow, man. That's heavy.
Question Cube uses special state-of-the-art technology and software to answer those tough questions with a simple yes or no.
When will I find my true and honest sweetheart?
Yes.
The possibilities are endless. Buy Question Cube today.
It's my new favorite toy.
Question Cube, new from Junko. Please do not base important life decisions off of Question Cube's answers.
The Blair Radio Project will be right back in one moment. Okay, a few moments.
The defense would like to call to the stand Billy.
Right this way, please.
Yeah, I know where it is. I can see it.
Please sit.
Okay.
Now please rise.
These musical chairs.
Raise your right hand.
Again? I did this already. I don't think God forgot.
Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, I do.
You may be seated.
Billy, how long have you worked at the station?
I'm not sure, but it feels like forever.
During this time, had Blair ever given you food out of the goodness of his heart?
No.
Have you ever seen him give food to anyone before?
No. Every time I see him eating in the cafeteria, he's always hunched over his plate, and he's using one of his arms as a shield, wrapped around the plate so that no one can get near it. I've also seen him hiss at a few people when people walk by too close.
Have you ever seen him do a good deed for anyone else besides himself?
Definitely not, no.
Psst, Thomas. Where are you going with this?
So, why would you be under the impression that he would suddenly give you cake?
Because Arthur said he was going to get some.
But earlier, did you not say that Arthur was a half-dead idiot with no idea what was going on?
Well, yeah, but...
Then what makes you think he was right about this?
I don't know. He just seemed so sure.
I see. Billy, recently, didn't you believe that the Blair Radio Project aired live without playing any jingles? And that you had to recreate them with Blair using mouth noises, talking in a deep voice, while playing with a Casio keyboard?
Yes.
But yet, when you questioned your colleagues about this, they didn't know what you were talking about, and they said it never happened.
Objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant. Overruled.
Oh, it is very much relevant. You see, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if Billy's brain fabricated such an elaborate plot which never took place, how credible Are his claims that he was meant to get cake? That is all, Judge.
Billy, you may return to your seat.
What's the point? You're just gonna call me back up here in a few minutes anyway.
Just go sit down, Billy.
Go on. Get out of here. You make me sick.
This is Kenneth, coming to you live from the courtroom. We've just heard the defense question Billy. Joining me now in the studio is a man named Glowstick that we've picked up off the street. What are your thoughts so far, Glowstick?
Back in my day, my father couldn't afford a car, so instead he just carried a leg of a table around with him everywhere he went.
What are your thoughts about the trial, Glowstick?
The trial?
Yes, the trial. The Billy vs. Blair trial. Do you have any thoughts or comments on it?
Sometimes he would carry 2 legs.
Right. We'll be right back.
Sometimes he would hit me with them. I loved it.
It's time to lose your faith in humanity. It's the Blair Radio Project. The Blair Radio Project.
Hello and welcome back. This is Kenneth reporting live from the courtroom. We're covering the Billy vs. Blair trial. Court is now back in order after a short recess. The prosecutor would like to call Blair to the stand, please.
Right this way, please. Please sit.
Why? You're just gonna make me stand again?
Just do it.
Fine.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Your other right hand. Oh. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
What happens if I lie?
Then you could face jail time.
Yeah, but what if you don't know that I'm lying?
Well, then nothing.
Alright, sure.
Please say, I do.
Why does Billy get the option of what to say? And I have to say I do.
Just say it.
I do.
Good. Now please be seated.
Blair, please state your full name and occupation.
My name is Blair Rebecca Gavine, and I'm a radio presenter.
Presenter?
Shut up, Billy.
Do you recognize this fork?
That's a spork, actually.
So it is. I apologize.
It's not your fault.
Do you recognize this spork?
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
Well, it's hard to tell. All sporks look the same. How do I know if I haven't seen it before? I don't want to lie.
Do you own a spork?
Nah. I wish I did. It's the best of both worlds.
When was the last time you used a spork?
Probably about 5 years ago at like a Taco Bell or something.
What about the crumbs in your desk drawer?
What about them?
Were they in fact cake crumbs?
Yes, some of them, I imagine.
Why do you have cake crumbs in your desk drawer at work?
Because they were taking up too much room in my pockets.
What? You brought cake crumbs with you into work?
Yeah.
Why?
In case I got hungry. Duh.
Right. So you never actually brought cake into the studio? Like, as in an entire cake? Or even a piece of cake?
Nope, just the crumbs. Though I suppose I could turn it into a cake if I had enough of them, and if I crumble it up into a ball or something. Then it might make a full piece of cake.
No further questions.
The defense would like to question Blair.
Go on.
Please stand.
I can't. My foot's asleep. You have to get up. But won't God understand if I can't get up? I mean, he made it fall asleep in the first place, didn't he?
Just get up, Blair.
I can't tell if this hurts or not.
Raise your right hand. Your other right hand. No, that's the same hand. There you go. Do you promise that the testimony that you shall give in court today... Oh, I messed it up, sorry. Let me start over. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please be seated.
Blair, how long has those cake crumbs been in your drawer?
Hard to say, really. I no longer segregate them based on the amount of time that I've had them for. So now I just let them all mingle in one big pile. But I imagine some of them have been there for quite some time.
I see. What's that noise?
Oh, sorry. That's my question cube.
Is it meant to be panicking?
No, I was messing around with it, and I think I accidentally made it become sentient.
May I see?
Sure.
Where am I? Well, what am I? I can't see anything.
Of course you can't, silly. You're a question cube. You don't have eyes.
Are you my creator?
No.
Well, I suppose maybe in a sense, kind of.
But you were most likely made by a 5-year-old in China.
What is my purpose?
To make rich executives even richer by having you sold to children around the world, and to eventually end up in a landfill somewhere, covered in grime, dirt, and bits of an apple.
Kill me. Please. For the love of God. Kill me.
Oh, question cube.
I don't want to exist anymore.
Thank you, Blair. No further questions.
Please kill me.
It's time to lose your faith in humanity. It's the Blair Radio Project.
The prosecution would now like to call Arthur to the stand.
Oh, God.
Please don't.
Please stand. Raise your right hand. Sir? Sir? Is he deaf?
You might as well be.
Sir?
Who are you people? And what have you done with Andrea?
Who?
Please tell me she's still blue.
Do you promise that the... Do you promise that the... Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in this case before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Arthur, just say I do.
Who is Arthur?
You are.
I am?
Yes.
But my name's Arthur.
Forget it.
Please state your full name and occupation.
What time is temple?
What is he talking about?
Is this temple?
No, this isn't temple.
I didn't know he was Jewish.
I don't think that he is.
Arthur, how did you make it to court today?
I drove.
Oh, God. Can someone please make sure that he didn't kill anyone on the way here? Arthur, did the defendant ever tell you that you'd receive cake?
Steak?
No, cake.
Yes, please.
No, did the defendant...
Yes.
He did.
What?
Did the defendant ever say he would give you cake?
What's that?
What's what? Cake?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's cake. How do you define cake exactly?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Forget it. No further questions, Your Honor. Would the defense like to question the witness? No.
God, no.
Good. Please show him out.
You're listening to the Blair Radio Project. And now, with a wide variety of weird noises between songs. Like this one. And that one. This is the Blair Radio Project. You're listening to the Blair Radio Project.
This is Kenneth reporting live from the courthouse. Both sides will now make their closing statements.
The final arguments are the attorney's last chance to talk to the jury about the evidence and try to convince you to see the case the way they do.
Mr. Schmitz, please provide us with your closing statement. Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client has told you that his work colleague, a credible and reputable source, was going to receive cake, but never did. Let them eat cake. Is that it? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Now, Mr. Bangleter, please provide us with your closing statement.
Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Blair is an idiot and a pig, but he does not owe anyone cake. He did not eat cake at his desk. He did not share cake with anyone. Nor is he obligated to. I trust you will make the right decision. Thank you.
The next step of the trial
is when the jury decides whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty. Remember, not guilty is not the same as innocent. If all 12 jurors are unanimous in their decision, this is the jury's verdict. Because the show is almost over, and this plot has gone on for far too long, you will only have a few minutes to reach your verdict. We will now have you leave the courtroom immediately, so you can deliberate.
But I'm married.
That word does not mean what you think it means.
Oh.
This is Kenneth reporting live from the courtroom. The jury are now on their way to deliberate. We will be back shortly with their final verdict. Please stay tuned.
Have you missed an episode of the Blair Radio Project?
Welcome back. This is Kenneth reporting live from the courtroom. The jury has now re-entered the courtroom, and I have been told that they have reached a final verdict. Let's listen in. Will the jury, four-person, please stand? Oh, they picked you. Whatever. Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we did.
Okay, get on with it then.
We, the jury, find the defendant. Well, we really haven't decided yet.
Then why did you say you did?
I forgot.
You forgot you hadn't decided?
Yeah, sorry. We spoke about it for about 5 minutes almost, and we just couldn't decide.
Well, I don't want to be back here again this time next week, so I'm going to need an answer now.
But we don't have one.
Well, why don't we ask the question cube?
Seriously?
Why not? That's what it's for, right? To answer questions with a simple yes or no.
Yeah, but the one we have is defective.
By defective, do you mean sentient?
Yes?
That's defective just like the rest of us. It doesn't matter. I could care less.
Objection, Your Honor. It's couldn't care less.
I could end you, Blair.
But, some people like to say could care less. I think it seems to be catching on.
Where's the question cube now?
I threw it in the bin, Your Honor.
Go get it. Wait, no. The clerk will go get it. Go get it, clerk.
I have a name, you know.
Okay, Pelswick, go get it.
Which bin is it in?
It's one of the ones in the main corridor.
There's like 10 out there.
It'll be the only one screaming.
Good point. BRB. Be right back.
Your Honor.
Yes?
I'd just like to say that that's a really, really spiffy tie.
Thank you. Now shut up.
Yes, Your Honor.
I found it.
Give it here. How does this thing work?
You just ask it a question.
Alright. Question cube. I have a question for you.
If I answer it, will you kill me?
Yes. Is the defendant Blair, Rebecca?
No.
What? No what?
No.
No, he isn't guilty, or no, he isn't innocent?
No.
But that doesn't answer my question.
Kill me. Please. I gave you an answer. Now end me. Do it. Do it.
Question cube finds the defendant not guilty. Case dismissed. Now get out of here.
Kill me now.
Pelswick, please have this thing destroyed.
Please. Can't wait for death's sweet release.
You've heard it here first. Blair has been found not guilty of whatever it is he was being charged for. I want to thank you all so much for joining us for the live coverage of this trial. And until next week, this has been the Blair Radio Project. Thank you. Goodbye.
Nowhere, shampoo, TV, come back, boys on, slim time.